into the unknown, where the ghosts of the ancients still stand. I am bound by all I've done with 2 hands, cast out of my home to a faraway land. Oh, I cross the oceans, I go over the great divide. I'll find my way to you. I'll find my way to you. I see the stars come down and fire takes the sky. I'll find my way to you. I'll find my way to you.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Tales of the Jagged Ale. I am your host and game master, Sage Palillo. Tonight we'll be continuing our adventure in Tales of the Ravenlands, and we are going to introduce you to the cast before we get started.
I am Sophia. I'm going to be playing Adrana Wada, the goblin with a giant backpack.
I am Hannah Crowley-Palillo, and I will be playing Wadadrana, her twin, but I am a halfling and not a goblin. And I dress in patchwork quilts and silk dresses, and I have an instrument, and I like to sing and dance.
I am Dean, and I am playing Kelthane, the half-elf sorcerer.
I am Colby, actually. I'm really the character. And I am Caldwin, the charming and handsome minstrel of the party.
Sure. I'm Cody Kerr. I am playing Conrad, and I am the resident brooding knight.
And I'm Marcel Palillo. I play the character Tristero Dugenis, and I play the Holy Knight of Worm.
We're fun.
Very fun.
Uh-huh. And now, we continue where we last left off, in the small, decrepit village of Fayville. The sun rises into the horizon, chasing away the storm clouds that, just the night before, flooded the entire village, and a few of the houses were drifted away down into the sinkhole below in the center of Fayville. You all had different experiences during the night. Some of you were able to sleep quite well. Others, like Caldwin, had nightmares. Though Caldwin, for you, in the middle of the tavern, was a surprise, a pleasant one at that, as your father, Larrs, the man you have thought to have been dead for years, came in to the tavern to greet you. The night passes as you catch up with Larrs, and eventually you retire to your quarters. And now, with morning coming, you can smell crisp bacon on the fire, fresh fruit and honey, as well as a stranger smell, a sweet meat. You're not really sure where you smelled it before, but this sweet meat is almost alluring. But all of you begin to wake.
Did you say meat or mead?
Meat.
Okay.
Meat. Meat. Meaty meat.
All right.
The meat is meaty, huh?
Yes. I'm glad we're focusing on the meat.
We just kind of get immersed, you know? We got to make sure we know what the meat is.
Get up! No. You're done with your beauty sleep, I can tell. No. Here, let's go. No. The bag is wiggling. You need to feed it. Look how pretty you are. Oh, there's a morning smile. I love the morning smile. It says, I'm ready for anything.
I put my bag on and I march down the stairs.
I duck as she swings it near me.
Okay. And as you march down the stairs, at one point the bag rumbles
See, it's
and
hungry.
it gets heavier.
Do you know how much the meat is worth?
Oh, I love riddles. No, I don't know how much the meat is worth. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes.
It's worth at least
While
a
she's
silver.
going, I'm going to be pickpocketing her.
Okay. So
Stop it!
while you're trying to pickpocket her, I would like you to roll a sleight of hand, please.
You got it.
Can I have a perception roll? I know my sister.
Da, 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 da.
All right, you have 4 successes. I will allow for a scouting roll to try and counter her sleight of hand. This will be a very difficult roll. You have 1 success. So what happens is,
Can I be pickpocketing her while she's pickpocketing me?
no, at this moment, something in your inventory does disappear. So, Adrana, while you're pickpocketing a Wada, what item are you looking for
I'm
specifically?
looking for like one of her dangly parts of her belt, like one of her silk scarves. It's kind of hanging a little loose. I'm just gonna take it and shove it in, you know.
Okay, so as you're taking the silk scarf, Awada, is this a silk scarf that continuously goes?
It's attached to my entire skirt.
All right. Do you have any bits or baubles hanging off the skirt?
We can say that there's a fringe belt. Of
Yeah, I'm taking
scarves.
all her fringe. I'm taking all her gem
Okay,
fringe.
so
It's
as
mine.
It's
the
not
backpack
gems.
is swinging in front of you, Awada, you don't notice as the baubles you like to have dangling from your gown suddenly disappear.
Adrana! What?
Give it back.
I took nothing.
Mm-hmm. Give it back.
Is my bag good?
The bag stops rumbling.
I don't know what
You fed it my belt. Again.
You're clearly not wearing a belt. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you're forgetting the bag!
What bag?
I pick up the bag and I bop her with it.
Good luck.
Okay, so
Or I tried to.
as you try to fight for the bag, you guys go into another tug of war. As Kelthane, you open the door.
Finish fixing my lax strap of my armor. I look at them.
Give me back my belt.
She started it.
No, I didn't.
I would suggest you not do this on the stairs.
Why?
And I walk down the stairs past them.
Okay. Tristero, Conrad, you both open the door at the same time.
Oh, good. You seem bright and cheery already.
Miss my squires. It's so hard putting on this armor without them.
Does the sir need help? You want me to get your back straps for you?
You notice he's unable to actually reach behind to get some of the back buckles, and he goes, "Yes."
Conrad helps.
It's nice and tight. Make sure that you don't have any loose parts of your mail, and maybe a little too tight.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I like having oxygen.
I loosen it up a tad.
And as you guys go towards the stairs, you see Adrana and Awada.
Give me back my belt.
I don't
I-
have your belt.
I'm going to try and pickpocket her belt.
Has Kelthane spoken to you two yet?
About what?
You know, fighting on the steps.
I'm gonna push you.
Oh, that'll be fun. Give me back my belt. I shove my hand into the bag.
Can I just pick one of them up and move them out of the way of the stairs?
Yes.
And go downstairs.
Which one are you trying to pick up? Are you trying to pick up Awada or Adrana?
We'll pick up a Wada.
Awada what?
I need my pants,
What a drama.
my tools, my things.
Okay.
I grab the back of your bag as he takes me, and my legs are kicking.
Just
Do I need to make a roll?
No, so you just kind of move her to the side, correct? Yeah. And now the stairs are free for both of you to descend. And
I went down
Caldwin,
first.
you're
I
the
follow,
last to
holding
wake.
onto the back of the bag.
Sure am.
Boom,
Oh.
boom. Stop it!
My head and my gut, you know, I'm all dinged up from being disemboweled.
Mhm.
And I step out, you know, throw on the ragged clothes that I currently have, my one shirt and pair of pants that I have on this journey, grab my lute or my instrument and and start to walk towards the stairs. Do I still see these two bickering amongst themselves?
Yes, they have not moved from this spot.
Ladies, I appreciate a good comedy act in the morning, but I cannot help but notice you don't have an audience.
You
Keep-
should be paying attention. Ta-da!
Give me back my notes.
Keep rehearsing. I'm sure that whole act will come together.
Save me. No.
Avant-garde.
No.
I try to slip past and go down the stairs to get some breakfast.
The backpack is very bulky, and you have to gently push as to make sure you don't fall down the stairs.
I'm gonna link arms with him and trot down the stairs.
And
with
I'm
him.
still holding onto the bag of the backpack.
Caldwin,
the
I need
back
a
of the
might
bag.
roll.
I just put a low on the mic. How convenient,
What a good boy.
right? Let's roll mic. And
3
let's
veins.
roll- Yeah, 3 veins.
And you have a success, which is all you needed. So suddenly this added weight onto your back makes you almost fall backwards onto the stairs, but you recollect yourself and heavy footsteps down the stairs to the eyes of all the patrons looking up. And you see Mila, the innkeep, go, "What are you doing horsing around?
There's no horse. I want my belt.
Get off of him."
I'm only holding
It's not a him. It's a sister.
Help!
Get off of them. This is my establishment.
You heard the lady. The establishment means I need to have my belt. Do you mind giving her your mystery meat to shut her up? Is it chewy? Tell me it's chewy.
I don't want any mystery meat.
Tell me that it's gamey.
No, no.
Is it
games.
going to get stuck in her gums?
Nope.
Make it stick.
What is wrong with you?
She's like it before she eats.
She's not a morning person. Look at her.
I'm gonna go under a table now.
Yeah.
I go and sit under a table and wait for her to go away.
Okay, so as you guys continue to bicker, for the rest of you, this elder man begins to approach Caldwin with a beaming smile. He has a long beard, deep eyes, and he's quite fit. And his long, muddied cloak has seen better days. And he has a walking stick. And he approaches Caldwin and gives him a big hug. And goes, "Good morning, son."
Father! Yes, all of you. I throw my arm around my father's shoulder, who was represented here by Cody. And I'm going to kick the table too while I'm at it.
Jeez.
Throw my arm around my father's shoulder. Say, everyone, you can't say that miracles don't happen in the Raven Lands. This is my father, Larrs.
I can certainly say miracles don't happen in the Ravenlands. Well met, Larrs.
Hello.
Well met.
I am Calpain.
Make a reputation roll.
Reputation.
Sage, would I know him?
He doesn't know me.
Make a...
Like, just because we were friends as kids, right?
You would probably vaguely remember him.
Okay.
Yes.
Conrad walks up and shakes his hand. Good to see you after so many years, sir.
Conrad. You've grown, lad.
Yes. I was told that's what we do.
Well, hopefully the other way is much more horrible. No
Sure.
offense. He looks at the goblin.
Polishing his shoes from under the table.
With my belt.
See?
I want to make a point that if anyone, like if I see anyone in our traveling party trying to eat the sweetmeat, I just want a background image of Conrad. You don't want that.
You see Astra, and she's holding what seems to be a teriyaki version of this meat.
Madam, I believe that's wine.
No, this is not wine. I know my wine.
No. There's a small little creature with arms and legs and eyes and a head move around like you and I and use tools. They're known as whiners. And they're sometimes hunted for food.
Sometimes they're called quack quack.
Soylent Green is people.
But it's really chewy.
Could we just
You
have
told me you
bacon
didn't
instead
eat it.
then? This place is weird.
Bacon is made out of some lesser cousin.
Conrad eats the fruit.
It's
should
not
have
that
more
good.
fruit.
It's kind of squishy.
Oh,
Did
Maybe-
they light the fire?
No, they did not.
I looked to the owner of the establishment.
Mhm.
Mela, no log on the fire.
Nope.
Why not?
No rain. No need for a fire.
Then how'd you
Unfortunate.
cook the meat?
Oh, good question.
Boiled.
Awadrana is pulling out the seeds of the fruit and putting them in her pocket and trying to drink whatever juiciness is in there. But she's sniffing it.
Yes, and as you guys find some food or breakfast, you then hear the pounding of hooves from outside.
Time to go!
And when you look out the window, you can see these men with armor that is rusted. I'm going to post a picture.
Like the picture.
Do they look familiar?
Make a lore roll.
is that for all of us or just
If all of you would like to make a lore roll, I would allow it.
I'll take a crack at it. Why not? I got 3 successes.
Caldwin, you know these guys.
Nope, don't know them.
I'm very familiar with all sorts of trouble.
So, Caldwin, you squint as one of them draws their blade and it catches the sun. And as your eyes adjust and you look at the armor and the rust falling onto the earth, you recognize these as Rust Brothers. And these seem to be the elite of the Rust Brothers.
Is the sword rusty?
The sword is rusty, their armor, plate. Probably at some point this may have been a massively crafted piece of work. It's now dented, has some holes, the mail is rent. The eyes that peer through stare into the window for a quick second. They aren't human. It almost looks human, but there's a certain cat-like shape to them, and they close like serpents. Even the way this night moves is unnatural.
Like the vertical, like slit pupils. Kinda
Yes,
Like
slit pupils, a yellow tint in the eyes. And you see the others. Some seem more human than others. One of their arms protrudes and has a claw.
They're more Mog than men now.
Time to go!
Yes.
Conrad looks to Kelthane while he's eating some goosh fruit. And says, I think we should go now.
Yes, we should.
Munch.
Discreetly.
And as you guys begin to gather your supplies, you see a lot of the refugees that have traveled with you look at you, and the little girl goes, well, what's going on?
We're leaving.
We're getting ready to go to a nicer place.
Yeah.
Teresa goes, oh, okay, where's my sister?
Is she not down here?
I thought she came down here. You see Earthra then drag a woman in front of the Rust Brothers. There seems to be a conversation happening. The Rust Brothers nod their head.
I stopped to
I
walk
listen.
outside.
I listen by the window, but I get my bow
Con-
out.
Conrad goes outside with Kelthane.
I
Okay.
go
I go-
outside as well.
So,
I follow from a safe
I-
distance, spear ready.
all right, as you guys come outside, the
I believe I do.
Rust Brothers, which now you have to
No,
closer
but I will
look,
take a table
they used to
leg
look
and
like Iron Guard. Elite. But form of knights, if you will. Most Rust Brothers, from what you know, Caldwin, wear these torn up rags with bits of mail or metal to revere their god, Rust. And the wife of Rust, Heem, is also revered among these, as they see Heem as equal to Rust. And you can see a few of the wooden idols roughly carved and almost alien in nature, kind of depict heme. Some have a face of a woman, and others is like a twig with arms that stretch into branches and legs like roots. And as you approach, you hear, "The tribute was not to be a woman." Earthra goes, "She will add to your ranks, and to our Lord demands more than this flesh."
I would agree, since he had no right to take the woman.
You hear the clattering of armor as the Rust brother turns and goes, "And who are you?"
Kelthane, a bond.
Bond.
You know of it, I'm sure.
Yes.
So, brothers, what's this? Taking a woman who
Lord.
is in my party?
Tribute as demanded by Lord Zaitera.
Our Lord Zaitera. Funny that Eartha would provide tribute to our Lord Zaitera. He didn't seem so inclined to when I first met him. And now he steals people in the night. A sister of he, no less.
The sister of him.
Indeed. She will be devoted to him once I return her to Vond.
Make a manipulation roll.
Who says I'm manipulating?
So, a quick question about the knights in the rust.
Mhm.
So, wearing all this rusty armor, are their movements like stiff because of the armor and because things like tetanus and stuff like that could make them sick?
So
I'm pushing.
Okay. So here's what I say. When you're watching them move, where a really good set of plate armor kind of morphs to your body, there's weight to it, but it's not as heavy as most people think, because if knights ever fell off their horse, they need to get up. Rust does seem to hinder their movement slightly, but some of these creatures don't seem to have any movement hindrance at all, and are quite comfortable in their rusted armor. Before we deal with the roll, Cody, you have a question?
Just a kind of scene setting. I think Conrad gets into like a pretty natural formation with Tristero, seeing all this goes down.
Okay, so you're kind of moving towards your weapons?
Yeah, like in the way that we would have been trained, kind of getting ready for anything bad that's about to go down.
And do note as well, we are still covering up any marks that might have shown we are not from here or serve a different organization.
So, yes.
While this is going on, I'm stealing the bacon and the still hearty food.
Okay, I'm going to say you succeed at this automatically because of the showdown going outside.
And while she's watching, I take back my belt.
Okay, so
It's
that's
dirty.
going to actually need a sleight of hand because you have to go into the backpack.
I thought you were polishing somebody's shoes with it. Okay,
All right, so
never
Adrana.
mind. I'm wrong,
I'm
but I'm stealing
doing-
the food.
I'm going to approach.
Excuse me. That's my servant.
A servant?
Yeah, she serves me readily. You know, it's like a family thing. Like, her family owed my family a good chunk of gold, and they were like, hey, you want to hang out with her? She's really friendly. And I was
You
like, of
said
course I
she
want
was
to
a
hang out.
sister of him.
Yeah,
And
she's
I
also
said-
a sister, but she hangs out with me and she helps me carry my stuff when it gets too heavy. But she's going to him. She's just, I want her back now.
Let me ask you a question. Are you going to listen to one of Vond or this goblin over here?
You're going to listen to me. Yes, you are.
Arthur goes, enough of this. This is the tribute we provide. And you see the wrath.
You have no right to steal someone in my group.
You are within my village.
Your village.
That could be changed. I rest my hand on the pommel of my sword.
1 second. Okay, as you do, Arthur's eyes flash for a moment,
Don't you
and
dare.
the air becomes cold. And you hear, enough of this! You will not quarrel in my lands, my lord's lands. Arthur, this is not fair tribute. Do you want to end up like them? And he points to the crucified people. No. Then give me better tribute. The mines have opened up, correct? Arthur nods. And send more down.
What tribute do you need, brothers?
Skystone.
Skystone.
One of Vond would understand that Zaitera dabbles in the unknown. the other side.
Yeah.
You hear one of them cackles in their armor.
Other side. Yes. That one should fit
Sorry.
me.
You
So, obviously, she is not Sky Stone.
No.
So, if you mind, I would like to take her back into my party.
Very well.
I thank you, Lord.
On a condition. We are allowing you to keep her.
And I appreciate it.
We demand a form of tribute from you and your party.
What is it that you need?
A service to be done.
Name it.
There are heretics to the far north. A band of our brothers. They've been pillaging the sides of... what was it? And he kind of looks over some old maps and goes, on the borders of Harga.
I take out my map. You mind if I mark it down?
Sure. And I will pull that up for everyone. And he points to this region up here.
I see. Thank you. I think I have been there once or twice.
Yes. There's a small village up there. And there's another just to the east. It's known as Crestbone. And I will reveal that all to you.
What service do you need?
Give them the choice, either they return to us or mount their heads on pikes.
Easily done.
Good.
Honored to do it.
Then when the tribute is complete, we shall call it even, and our lord will be pleased. Feel free to ever return to Vond. Well, I will offer you a drink.
I would be happy to drink with you and Bond. I miss home.
And with that, they mount their horses, and the leader of this band looks down at Earthra. Another trick like this, Earthra, and I shall personally pluck out your eyes. And their horses turn, and even their horses, the armor that they wear is rusted and leave a dusty trail as they ride off into the distance. Earthra glares. Leave.
We are going to Eartha. I will see you again. Be well.
You then see coming down the stairs Roderick adjusting his glasses, and he goes, I slept wonderfully. Oh, it's been so. What's happening?
We're leaving.
We're leaving as quickly as possible. Conrad, Tristero, gather the others. Expect that we'll be attacked on the road.
Within about 20 minutes, don't you say? 20 minutes? They usually come after us in 20 minutes.
Conrad nods
15,
and begins
15,
collecting
20.
the party.
Want to make a bet?
All right. Andrea, Astra, Elizabeth, and Fugis are ready. Henrik and Mosley as well. Roderick seems to scramble, and he adjusts his floppy hat. And for a moment, you see him go, did I forget something? My urn! Where's the urn? And he's looking around panically, and he lifts up a coat and goes, oh, yeah, there it is. Shara seems to restring her lute. Teresa is just holding tightly the only thing she has, which is her little rugged bear. Ulrich and Zark just seem a bit discontent, but they pack up on extra supplies, and Swaben sharpens his sword. About half an hour passes, the sun shifts more towards noon, and you are ready to go.
Let us make haste. Okay, we're going to try to navigate to this place of heretics.
Okay.
Before we leave, when I was stealing food, if I take some silverware or things that look valuable, is that okay? Like pots and things?
That I will ask for a sleight of hand, but for the food and water, I will say your food and water can go up by 1 die.
Okay. Let me go back. I put it up to 12.
Just for her, as she stole.
Do I? And so the terrible dream I had.
Let's
Is
drown.
it the dream I had in the moment?
Yes.
Do I remember the dream in detail?
You remember
Next
it quite
time.
well.
Okay.
Almost as
Don't
something was
interject
sucked out
that
of you.
contradicts my story.
No, but you see, I'm better at lying.
Unfortunate.
You may be a better liar, but in the circumstances, it is better not to contradict my story. That almost cost us conflict. Someone would have died.
Not if I put her in my backpack.
Yes, that's true. She would never have gotten out.
Nonetheless, we must think about what the others say. These are dangerous people we deal with, these Rust brothers. Any sign of a lie or a trick, they will immediately assume that we're against them.
Aren't we?
And there's only one thing they do when you're against them. I motion to the people who are crucified.
I, as we're leaving, I speak to the party, particularly to Kelthane, and say, I had a terrible, although perhaps not too terrible, dream. There's something, it feels like there's something in the pit at the center of town. I dreamt that most of the town was washed away by a storm into the pit, and there's something down there that was happy about it.
I'm sure. Probably a demon, one I don't know. I would like to get to know the demon better, but we don't have time.
But, well, there's I think we should face the possibility that when we go and deal with these so-called heretics, and if we do come back to this village, we may find it gone, which might not be the worst thing to happen in the Ravenlands.
It might
As
not
long as
be.
we're away from here.
But there are many people here in this village who are nothing more than victims of the Rust brothers.
True.
And swine like Eartha. Nonetheless, how about you strike a happy tune, my friend?
Of course, say no more.
Performance roll?
Absolutely. That's what I'm best at.
Famous last words.
That's
You have more dice than 3, my friend.
I do have more dice than 3 because I forgot to turn on the loot and the loot.
Oh, Awada, were you trying to sleight a hand?
Yes.
Who were you trying to steal from?
I was trying to get like something later that I could feed her bag if needed. So something only worth a silver.
Okay, and you hurt yourself in the process. As you try to steal some pots and pans while you tune yourself up, you knock over one of the pots and it lands on your head. You try to get it off and you bang into the counters and more pots fall, silver goes over, and Adrana, you see your sister struggling.
Ow! Help me! Stop laughing!
I don't know her.
Did you two know me? We look exactly alike.
And we gotta go.
Oh! Yes!
And she's like kicking pans off of herself. In the process of making a big mess, I still managed to stick something in my pocket.
Sure, you got a spoon out of it.
Like a sack filled backings.
Yes, a sack filled back in spoon.
All my spoons.
I got 3 successes on my performance roll when I
Yes.
rolled the right
So
dice.
here's what I'm going to say. Your performance is really, really good. The tune keeps up the march, and even those who are a little tired and want more rest find extra strength within them. So when you guys set up your travel march, like your marching order, I'm going to rule all rolls are with a +2 due to your extra successes.
Lovely.
Yes.
The cycle plus
So,
is as fair as the sun.
Before we continue, I will need someone to choose to lead the way. I will need someone to choose who's keeping watch.
We have the last on the travel group.
Yes.
We have it pretty much all set unless we want to change it up.
Could you
Okay.
show me where that is?
Then Kelthane, you are taking the lead.
Yes.
All right.
Out of here. Click that.
I have the jump, just playing some sick tunes. And fishing, apparently.
Yes. There is no places to fish nearby right now. So if you want to go to a different type of activity, either hiking, foraging, hunting, you may.
Modifier +2.
Modifier +2.
I'll move myself over to forage if I can find something edible out here.
I am leading the way.
Edible scorpion.
All right.
Is Conrad doing anything?
Conrad at the moment, Cody,
Is
keeping watch.
Okay. Let me know when to roll for that.
Sure.
I'm
I
trying.
will have you, Cody, roll now.
Okay.
And Adrana, you also can keep watch. You have 2 people on keeping watch.
What dice do I need to roll for that?
No, but I was going to try and do hunting.
You will be writing
Then you can
scouting
shout.
roll for you.
That's what I was trying
Yep.
to do.
So
Oh,
it's
there I
kind
am.
of like desert. This
And
kind of
this
barren, right?
Yes.
Just if you could.
Red is for skills,
with
right?
hunting.
Correct.
So do you assume it's like badlands
Make
kind
them
of
so.
territory?
Pump up for you. Click that.
Yeah,
One bane, no successes.
I'm gonna push.
Okay.
it's not.
I'll push.
Adrana, you have 1 success on your push. You succeeded.
Thank
No successes, so
Yeah,
1 point of damage to
Cool.
wits.
Okay.
And 1 point of willpower for you.
And that, can I roll
Every
my,
time you do it.
my
You won't let me do
rolls, or
it?
just
Okay,
like-
that's fine.
Okay.
You were doing the performance
Next
as
time.
you were marching for this.
Yes. So,
So-
okay, so I don't need to make the
Yep.
voice check.
So there are no issues as you begin to leave the village that are unexpected, but you do get this strange feeling that the weather is getting colder.
I didn't do the plus two.
Only around you and your
I didn't move
companions.
myself.
Sage, I did roll. I pushed and I got a bane, but I didn't add the +2. Do you want me to re-roll the whole thing?
Just roll 2 red dice, and
Okay.
if it comes up as success, no damage is done.
Okay.
No success.
All
All
right,
right,
now roll those again to see if you've got a success.
You can pass me the red one. Thank you, sir.
No successes.
Nope, you just hurt yourself, sir.
Cool. I've got a headache.
Awada,
Very good.
you were on the march away from the river, so how are you fishing?
Puddles.
You catch a
She
bunch of
succeeded.
snails.
Look! Dinner!
I'd rather be escargots way.
Hmm.
Escargon, I meant to say.
Escargots.
Screwed up my own joke.
They're tasty. Don't even need to cook them.
Why did I ask? That's my fault.
Um, chewy though.
Kelthane, you can move the party in the direction you wish to go.
How many hexes?
2 hexes.
I'm gonna shoot. We're gonna. Actually, I can't move the.
Oh, you can't move?
No, straight up. Shoot the gap.
There we go. So, it is around 2 in the afternoon, and you have another quarter's day that you could use to continue marching if you wish.
I'd like to make towards the wood line.
All right. So, towards this position right here?
Yeah.
All right. So, I will need another lead the way roll, and if anyone is doing scouting rolls, please roll.
Does the modifier still apply?
The modifier only applies if Calvin continues to play.
I'll keep playing.
You'll keep playing. All right. You will need to roll again because it's a new quarter of the day.
Okay.
So new batch of songs.
New batch of happy songs.
Yes.
I can't play the same song over and over again for the whole day.
You could.
And drive people off the wall. 2 successes.
Caldwin, your song is beautiful. Kelvin succeeds.
Do I have one?
Get to that.
Come on.
1 success?
Two
Sorry,
successes.
2 success, 1 bane.
Yeah.
Alright. Again, the journey is pleasant, though the weather seems to get really, really cold.
You cast a spell upon us. Let's head to the wood line. We can make shelter there under the trees. We'll have a canopy. And if anyone comes across the plain, we'll have a better chance of seeing them before they see us.
I set up my large tent.
Okay, so you're going to set up camp.
Yes.
Drana, are you the one leading setting up camp?
I'm happy to. I have the tent.
Okay.
I will assist her, so she'll have an extra point.
I don't have a tent. I'm quite literally wearing all of my worldly possessions.
So
Cool guy.
I don't think that was right. I have more dice. Than
Weird flex.
Did you roll a survival roll?
I don't know.
And you would add a +1 because I'm helping you.
Yep. And I believe the tent would give you 1 gear die.
There's a modifier of 2, but strange.
Then you would add.
You can re-roll that
Yeah.
because looking at your sheet doesn't look right.
It's insisting on only rolling 2 of the 5 dice. I am unsure why.
Let me see.
It says roll mishap instead of push.
Cool.
So, Adrana, you have survival 0, your wits is 2, and then you would have 2 from Caldwin's music.
2 from the tent, and then 1 from my sister.
And then if we go to gear, your large tent. Oh, that's why, because it's in your backpack. So let's equip it. Now, you should be able to press large tent, or you should just add 2 gear die, so 2 black dice. When computer fights you, it
We
makes
love
you
it.
sad.
Do you want to just roll it? Can you roll it from yours? Because my
Absolutely.
computer is fighting me. Tooth and nail. And she's winning, honestly.
Okay, so let me roll this for you. So roll. You have 2 base. You gain 2 skill. And 2 from 10. No successes. Would you like to push? It would damage your 10.
What if I stop
Okay.
helping her?
So this is going to cause a mishap. Let's see what the mishap is.
What's gonna mishap anyway?
Oh, so here's what happens.
Weasels! We have to fight weasels.
Well, a Waddle Bird.
As you guys are trying to get camp, you notice something, that there's a hole in your tent. And inside the hole, you see a bird go
I knew there was a bird in my backpack.
and runs out of the tent. And in its mouth, you can see some of your rations being thrown about. And you then see other birds pop out its head. They're coming all around and it's swarming your camp, trying to grab
I
as many
shoot them with
rations
my
as they
bow.
can.
What sorcery is this?
You foul!
I went to a party like this once.
Conrad chases the birdie.
Conrad, make a move roll.
Oh gosh.
Help me.
And I'm going to have the bird make a move roll.
How do I use my bow?
You want a move roll? Well, actually, this is pretty good for you.
Oh, sweet.
No successes for the bird.
Thank you, sir.
2 successes, no banes.
All right, Conrad, you quickly catch up to the bird and grab it by the neck. And go,
No, little friend. No. We need this. This is our food. This is people food. Fugus, I have a little friend feed.
Awada, you shoot one of the birds.
Dinner!
And it falls over to its side and it's just like hurt.
Oh,
You monster.
you monster! Yeah.
Oh, it's hungry.
The snails didn't do it for you.
No, they crawled away, see? And you see this like slimy trail up the side of her dress out of her bag.
But you do notice something. More of your baubles are missing. As you see one of the birds try and eat it.
Oh.
I like that bird. I'm gonna keep it as a pet.
No! I'm gonna try and like tame the bird.
You say Waddle Birds. These are geese. I'm glad you're like a goose.
We're being attacked by geese. I'm running the other way.
Yeah.
They're organized.
There's
So
no way
they're
to-
these. They kind of have a hard bone part on the top of their head and are almost like turkeys with their giblet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So bold turkeys.
So they're almost like turkey-like creatures are
Bone-headed turkeys.
going after you.
I love a bone turkey.
Waddle Bird.
Do I have a pet bird?
What?
So the wounded bird on the ground is not dead.
You monster. I'm gonna nurse that bird.
Okay.
Give me back my arrow.
What a threatening way to say that. I'm
All right.
going to nurse this bird.
You now have a Waddle Bird. However, in this whole shenanigans of you chasing down the Waddle Birds, you do lose 1 die worth of water.
Who does? All of us?
Yes, all of you.
Drinking the bird's blood.
The food you're able to reclaim because most of you caught the birds or shot the birds,
Boy, yeah.
Nice.
but you're
I am
only
out
able
of
to get
water.
some.
I'll give you
It's
some.
good that water's abundant.
I'll give you a 1 and I'll go down to 8.
Oh no.
Barely.
I'm out of water now.
This is why I steal.
You're out of water.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it goes down from
I-
D6 to nothing.
I also have no water. I started this with no water, apparently.
No, you didn't. We had water, but you probably made a
Oh.
hole and lost your water.
I have some goose fruit.
Yeah, I'll take it. I need something.
Well,
Yeah. Does goosh fruit count as water?
we are in the woods. Perhaps there's a pond. It did rain. We'll see if there's fresh water. Yeah, if it's running, maybe the brook nearby.
Cool.
As you guys are all trying to figure out the water situation, you hear Fugus in the corner like clapping really loudly. Go, birdies, birdie.
Birdies.
Oh, God.
I envy this.
So, camp,
Yeah,
Are we eating the
or are you
birds?
going to try and find water in the night?
I'll.
we have to camp first, find water. in the morning.
I will be the one to find the water because I can see in the night.
That's true, but we don't
I'll
have to
help
go
her.
alone, do you?
No, I'll go with her.
Of course.
I don't want either of them going alone
No.
together.
Yeah, no.
I would rather go with you, not her.
This is
Leave her
a
here.
terrible
You come
place
with me.
to
Yes,
spread
I
out.
come.
I cannot see in the dark like you can.
But I will guide you.
It just doesn't work very well for me.
My little goblin friend.
Yes.
I have told 100, 1,000 scary stories to audiences all across the land.
Good
And
for
they
you.
all start with, and then they wandered into the dark.
Yeah, but all of your stories have to do with fleshy ones like you that are tall and squishy and blind. So they're not important to me.
I don't know why
They're
I feel
not-
offended by that.
Henrik looks over at you and goes, "It is unwise to travel at night, even if you can see."
But we need water. We do.
I agree with Kelvin.
Wait till the morning. We'll find water in the morning.
Astragus, I need a drink now.
Then go into the woods. Start
I
the
offer her
story.
my water skin. A small sip, enough to quench the thirst, nothing more.
She listens and she doesn't take too much, which is surprising.
Give her my water.
We all need to survive. We survive together. You're the only one that can see. If we go out there, I'd have to light a torch. A torch would be noticeable to any of our foes because I do not trust Eartha not to be petty and vengeful.
And as you say that, the sky opens up, and it's not rain, it is hail.
Oh.
And it begins to beat down on your tent and supplies. So I'm going to say you make camp. You need to make a survival roll to see if you withstand the storm, or you're going to have to move your camp during the night.
So
Just-
would you need us to make a camp roll?
Yes.
All of us?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was all.
No, just
Ignore my roll.
Just-
Adrana.
Just a camp roll?
Yes, please.
Maybe it'll give me all my dice.
I will
Maybe it
help
won't.
you. You can have my point.
Well, the thing has just been giving me 2 dice, even though it should be giving me 4. So I'm not sure what she's doing.
Worst case scenario, you can press the little box icon underneath the chat.
I start laughing.
I don't.
Thank
It's-
you.
Her
Eartha.
dice aren't working at all, Sage.
Okay, I'm
Calvin
going
and
to
I will bleed him dry.
roll the 2d6 to see if you get a success. No, you have 2 banes on your roll.
But she had 4 dice and I was helping.
Right, so 1 for the tent and 1 for your help.
2 tent. It's a big tent.
Your tent got damaged.
Oh.
The birds.
The birds.
Can I do a crafting while we're trying to survive?
Well,
It came out.
right now, this is 2 banes. You could push, but it would break your wits.
I can't
Okay.
risk that.
So here's what happens. Your camp is being pummeled, and the hail gets larger and larger, and they almost are now the size of rocks.
They're doing it
Heavy
on
si-
purpose.
like good sized rocks. And you see Teresa start screaming. At one point, your tent gets another hole through it. It's not useless, but it's definitely going to need some patching up. More of your supplies is being battered down, and all you can think of Kelthane is Earthra.
I look to those of us who wear heavy armor, plate or half plate, and I say, protect the others, cover them.
I get over Teresa and Andrea.
I get over Fergus and the others and put my shield up.
Okay.
And collect
get
the
under your
hailstones. We have water.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So
Oh,
you
yes.
see Ulrich kind of pick up Astra, who's like beating on his back. He's like, no, I don't want to go. And he's just going for wherever you tell him to go. You see others trying to duck under trees. Someone takes up a plate, puts it over their head.
Look for the largest trees, the thickest trunks, or have the largest canopies.
I'm hugging my loot so it doesn't get
Okay. I'm going to have Adrana. You can see in the dark, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Please make a scouting roll.
Lead us now.
Okay.
Prove your worth.
Under the bag.
Oh,
Two
let's go.
successes.
I grab onto
So-
my sister's bag.
Let go. I
No.
cannot lead in the dark if you were holding onto me. Let go. I'm holding onto your bag. I'm not holding onto you. People will die if you do not let go of me right now. I'm not touching you.
You see Zoeben go, this is not the time.
I'm trying to tell her that. She won't let go. I can't see. I have to hold something.
Then hold my hand.
Okay. I need to be able to scout ahead. I need to see. I'm not holding your eyes.
I run a little bit ahead, like not far, but enough that I can like find a safe path and I guide them through it.
Okay. And as you do, what you're able to see is there is a cave nearby that will shelter you.
I let my little bird and I see how it reacts to being near the cave because it's from here. Like, is it afraid?
We have someone with a hunter among us too.
It is more concerned about the blood and the pain. It can't really tell what's in the cave.
All right. So I am going to look inside the cave. I'm going to go in first, just to like the mouth of it, and like examine like the roof, the ground, like how deep is it?
What do
Make
you
a
smell?
skeleton roll, and I'm going to say you're going to get a +2 modifier because you can see in the dark for this.
All right, I'd be sniffing as well. Oh, I forgot to do the +2.
Well, you rolled 2 successes, so give me one moment. All right. You smell something almost fish-like.
Fish.
Well, that's
Smells-
fishy.
Smells like fish.
Oh, well done, Kelthé.
You go first.
We have
Could it
to.
be one of those monsters that looks like shells in like pudding that crawls around? I have no idea what you're talking about, but it smells like fish. But they smell like fish.
All right, I'm gonna. Is there anything slimy, like that I can tell?
Yes. There is slime along the walls, and there's slime on the ground, and it's corrosive. As you can see, parts of the cave have been eaten away.
I think we have something slimy and acidic and fishy. Do you know slimy, acidic, fishy things?
I have no idea what this may be.
This is
Do
not
I have an idea of what this may be? Do I?
You may make a lore roll.
Maybe it's those little snails, Daddy.
Ah. No clue. I think I know. I don't trust this cave. It doesn't smell right.
No, I don't know.
Yes.
I thought I knew.
No
Fishing
smell of
myself.
sulfur, is there?
There's a slight smell of
I got
sulfur.
1 success.
Is it a volcano?
One success. There is a legend in the Alderlands, that of the mass that moves. You know the legend well. There was a barbarian once from Asli riding his horse, and he claims that he could slay any beast with his bare hands. So a king of the clans up in the north challenged him to slay the mass that moves. His hands were eaten from his body before he was devoured by it. And it is said that those that die within the mass rejoin, and all that is left is this slimy substance. They call it Amanamaba, and some call it Ameba.
That's so dumb.
I don't think we want to go into this one.
I will
No.
convey this to my. I tell the story. This creature, whatever this is, could be like the old stories. I used to entertain at parties with this disgusting tale of a mass that moves, a creature of mucus and slime and the dead. Heroes, barbarians have come to face this creature, and they're rendered down and added to its mass. Well, if the stories are even partly true, there is no hurting whatever could live in this cave.
I will find us a new cave. Yes, let's do that. Also, a purple sticky note, half fallen. Yes.
Your cover has failed you.
Was it my fault?
You just assume that?
Yes.
Oh.
I can see your apple.
And you could be
Colby.
Oh. I didn't realize I had a sticky note.
We tried so hard.
That way.
Yeah.
So you're gonna look for a new cave?
Yes, I'm gonna look for like a new cave or like a strong canopy.
You had 2 successes, so I'm going to say you do not need to roll again, as your other success will apply for this. The next cave you find, you see that there's nothing inside, and it has no strange smell, but along the walls, something glistens.
I'm gonna investigate it.
Okay, so do you go into the cave to investigate?
I first throw a rock in.
Okay, the rock echoes for a little bit, but nothing replies.
I throw a rock at the wall.
Okay,
I throw one just for fun.
okay, so you guys are throwing rocks into the cave, and Henrik goes, "What are you doing?"
I don't know. I'm helping.
There's something glistening on the walls, and I'm making sure it's not a glyph that's going to blow us up.
I'm going to go into my backpack and actually light a torch so the rest of us can
And as
see.
you do, the cave illuminates, and you can see against the orange light along the walls of stone these silver veins that run up and down.
Is it silver or is it sky metal?
Or is it the
Make a
veins of a
roll.
monster that will eat us? What do you think?
Meanwhile, are we just outside getting pummeled by hail?
Hail.
Yes.
I'm gonna push this one.
Okay. Wait, what?
Oh my goodness! I made it.
Oh.
That's okay.
So
Too willpower.
The hail is not helping, and the screams of your companions
And the throwing of the rocks.
and the throwing of the rocks
The birds.
is driving you up a wall. And the fact that Earthra had the gall to do this.
Give me a
But
headache.
this is interesting, as this is not silver. It is indeed sky metal.
My riches abound. Are there any pieces of ore that may have come loose over time that we could take?
There are a few jutting out of the walls that could probably be pried, but you would need to use either a pickaxe or some sort of contraction.
Oh, we're going to be doing that, yes.
Hey, look
Another
at
question.
the
Does
bag
this look like any of the rocks that I may or may not have taken from somebody else? This metal?
The artifact from earlier,
Yes.
it has a similar shine, but whatever yours is quite different.
Okay.
In many ways, when you looked at it, it's as if fire was contained within whatever orb it is. Pure white fire.
Okay.
Sage,
Yes.
is the metal what's slimy?
No.
Let's revisit the metal later. Table that.
This is a different
This is
cave.
a different cave.
Oh,
Right. So she doubled away from that and looked for another
Okay,
place and found this
understands.
cave is empty. But we have
Mhm.
veins of sky metal.
yes.
And I'm looking for a
Ignore.
chunk of ore because that could make us fairly wealthy.
Okay, I wasn't sure if like we were just in this cave, we saw the shiny, and we're no longer considering the slimy.
And we can mark this cave on our map.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Come back later.
And what I am going to do for you guys,
Sell it to dwarven merchants.
I will mark it right here and make an icon for you.
Cool. Can we fast travel here now?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Yes.
I could potentially use my grappling.
You must have something else in there. A pickaxe,
I am
a
looking.
hammer.
I am looking. I am looking. And there's a lot to look through. There is.
Your backpack kind of spits out things as you're throwing them
I
onto
take
the
my
ground.
belt and put it back on.
You lied to me again.
I don't have it.
No, you don't. I'm wearing it now.
Hmm.
You want some snails?
I could give you a club, a wooden club you could smack things with.
How about we shoot it with our crossbows until it pops out?
We do not have crossbows.
We don't? No. I have a battle axe! Twang.
Okay. So
You don't want
I'm going to rule you may make a
I do
I get out of the
have
way.
a pickaxe.
might roll.
I do
Might
have
roll,
a pickaxe.
not a not a combat.
No, I'm going to say this is a might roll because you're using a tool in an ineffective way. So you're not going to get any gear bonus, but you can still make the roll. And you succeed.
It's my fucking work now!
So
Twing.
Language.
as
I'm sorry, it's my friggin' rock now.
as you take the battle axe and hack against the stone. At first it doesn't seem to be working. And then you get really frustrated and hack again and again. And then finally there's these sparks that fly and the piece of stone falls. And when you look at it, picking it up, the outside is more of a rough, darker rock. But the interior, there's that silver. And then the interior has a deep red and black.
Ooh, we need to get more of this.
You could
Can I
just
roll a
wait
lore
for
check
me
on
to
the
get
stone, on that red black
pickaxe
stone?
Yes.
You're going to help me. There's a whole lot. Look, it goes all the way up and down, and there's a big fat piece right there. I left it
Before we
for
get
you.
too
It's short
obsessed-
like you
I'm
are.
gonna push.
Before we get too obsessed with the sky metal, let's reestablish our camp. Let's reestablish our watch and those who are going to rest. We have enough people that All of us should get some rest this evening.
We should probably also gather some of the hailstones and put them in a bucket.
Yes, there's water right there for us.
Shall we?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that.
May I have a
need
bucket so I can gather hellstones?
Give
You
me
don't
one
get a
second.
bucket or
I'm
pickaxe,
just
you do not
adding
get
this so you guys can see what you found.
Since I have my battle axe, you can use your pickaxe to get the chunk, and
No.
I'll take a bucket to get water.
No, I can only give you a bucket or pickaxe. The backpack will not allow both.
All right, what if I give you back my belt?
No, I can only give you one. She's picky.
Buckets.
But
There you
what
go.
it is.
So you guys should all now see the Sky Metal Cave, which I'm going to actually put near the mountains, which makes a little bit more sense.
See it on the
Can
map.
I
now.
borrow someone's shield
Yes.
as a hat so I can get the hailstones?
Okay.
Yeah, it's right there.
Cool.
So I did not hear your question.
Can I borrow someone's shield as a hat so I can gather hailstones in her bucket?
Who has a shield?
I am not giving these to. If it goes into that bag, I'm never gonna see it.
It won't go in the bag. I swear.
Conrad takes the bucket outside.
All right, and the bucket begins to fill with hail.
Hang on, I don't know if I have a bucket.
Sage, do
How about a
Andrea
pot?
and Teresa have
Cauldron?
food?
They do.
Okay.
At this point, I would like everyone to roll food and water. If you have been collecting
I do have a
hail,
cauldron.
you may give yourself 1 dice.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
I spent a willpower to have the cauldron available.
So it's not a bucket, it's a cauldron.
Good to know. Thank you.
Rolling food.
I had to do the
Oh, what a
thing.
tragedy.
Although you are out of food.
What did I do? Did I just shove it all down the hatch? Like,
All right. So what do I need to roll? D6s for food and water.
Click on the
Yes.
All
word.
right. So D6 for food.
Yes,
Five.
please.
Is that good?
Okay,
Good.
But now that we have buckets of ice, can we replenish our water?
So
Okay.
no, the water is if you didn't have any, you can use the hail as water
All right. And now we'll roll a D6 for
Okay.
water.
because you're not going to be able to collect enough hail to be able to resupply all your water. But those who didn't have water, who were desperate,
No,
Were
I
they
have at
able
least one.
were able to drink, so they didn't suffer the penalties of being thirsty.
You did a nice thing by
Cool
sharing.
question. So just make sure I'm
The
understanding.
backpack.
So I'm out of food.
Please.
Did I
Hmm.
did I sate myself and then just run out of food?
So
I just wanted
basically,
the tiny
how this
chunks
works
that
is
are
you were
off the
down to your last rations and
Okay.
you ran out of food.
Okay.
So how the game is arbitrary. There's not like the exact amount. So when you run out of food, it's not like you went and took all your food and ate it, unless that's what you want to do as your character. But it's more of like you have gone to the point where there's nothing left. for
I
you
think
to
at this
do.
point I probably realized, like what I do have left is gone bad.
Yeah.
that's
Is
a
it?
possibility too.
What's the rule exactly? Is it I just don't roll a 1?
Yes.
1 or 2.
Okay. Then I am good.
Okay. So when morning comes, all of you may rest and regain any stats that were damaged.
Yeah.
I don't have a headache anymore.
Before we
Very
go
good.
to sleep, I scrounge the ground for a piece of sky metal, like a chip or a tiny pebble rock, and I give it to her to feed her bag.
Okay. So sky metal is definitely worth more than a silver piece, and your bag is quite happy.
See?
Better?
Oh, she's been getting feisty.
I know, I grabbed a couple more to put in your pocket. Yeah. I think the 2, 3, I don't know what that number is.
All right. So as you guys leave the cave and the storm has seemed to pass, you may now choose what to do.
We need to continue, but we also need to forage for food and water.
I
We're
also
not
need to
going to make
reclaim my tent.
Yes.
That too.
And we need to reclaim that chunk of metal hanging out the wall.
Aye. We have enough hands here. So the refugees or the exiles, I should really call them.
Yes.
I take a piece of chalk when we're heading back, and I'm going to be marking trees so we can refine the cave easier.
All right. Then I will say if you ever have to navigate to this cave through a different path, you will get a bonus.
Okay.
To trying to find it. Chalk doesn't last forever, especially if there's like rain or wind.
Right.
But in like recent days, it'll be easier to find. Also, you've traveled this path before, so you don't necessarily need to roll.
You know what else you can do? Take a bit of clothing, string, tie it to some branches. It'll last a little bit longer than the chalk.
Okay.
And a good visual as well.
I will use the belt that I may or may not have stolen.
Got
to
it back.
decorate the
How did you
tree,
take it again?
so it's easier with the shiny bits on it.
Okay. Your bird is still alive. It survived the night.
We could have eaten it.
I'm gonna try to do like a healing check on it, or like animal handling, which would
I believe that was medicine.
medicine. We're gonna heal this bird. I don't know if there is medicine.
Yeah, I'm
You want
checking.
me to
It's
do-
either healing or medicine. Healing. Do healing.
All right.
Medicine is that.
You don't want to beat the bird. You want to help the bird.
Oh, we're gonna eat it.
Are you gonna
thank
push?
you.
I'm gonna go to Kelthane. Do you know how to make my bird better?
I know warriors,
Some
not
salt,
birds, but
rosemary.
I can try.
It just gotta plug the little hole that's bleeding. She put in it.
With stuffing.
I tried to rub
Did
some
you-
dirt on
Did
it.
you get the arrowhead out, or did it go clean through the wing?
The head is out. It's just a little hole.
Shara
I
comes
will try.
over and goes, I've dealt with wounds before on a battlefield.
If you may, because you're probably better at this than I.
Why are we bringing dinner back to life?
Because it's my bird. And it loves
She
me
has 2
unconditionally.
successes.
Wow.
So you watch as, with the limited supplies that she has, you can see the bird twitch in pain, kind of make a sad garble, and slowly you see the wound be stitched back together and bandaged. And Shara goes, there, should make it.
You are a beautiful woman.
Thank you, Adriana.
Where do I get a lot? I would have shot the bird myself.
I think we should have shot all the birds and had a good dinner. Look at them. They're all hungry.
But that's okay. We still have to forage.
I love
Let's
it.
see what we can get for food and water.
I think we should call him goose fruit
Okay,
because
so
of it.
over
We
there
only
for
eat
fish
goose
and
fruit.
forage.
So it's goose.
before we do that,
No.
you guys are deciding to go into
Oh,
hunting and
Adriana,
foraging
Adriana,
for this
Adriana.
quarter day, so no travel?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys are looking for water, and
Some of us will stay guard over
Yeah.
the exiles.
I'll guard
Sure.
him. I have
I would like
Same.
you guys to open your party sheet. And let's see. You may choose who is going to go hunting, who is going to go foraging, and if there's a river or source of water nearby,
Puddles.
fishing.
There's lots of puddles now.
You don't really fish snails in puddles.
You don't.
Okay.
Hunting's survival.
Hunting is survival.
I'll switch back over to fishing now that we're close to the water.
Awada, you're having trouble finding things to hunt. You're really having trouble finding things to hunt.
I'm glaring at the bird that's been healed, and I'm so tempted to shoot it again.
So,
But I love my sister, and I don't.
I need to push this.
so for Awada, you sprain your ankle. What happens is you are surprised as a boar jumps out at you and you don't have the right equipment and you just scramble. And in the moment of scramble, your ankle hits a rock. You fall to the ground and the boar lures over you before he hears commotion and scurries off.
Okay.
You
Can I shoot it as it runs?
No, you have broken toes.
I pushed my fishing rod.
I take a thing of hail that isn't completely melted, and I try to kill it with it.
All right.
Okay, kill a
So
bull.
you're gonna have to travel a bit to
I
go
want a
fishing,
bull.
Okay.
and you succeed. You may get 1 die worth of fish.
Yay!
I'm gonna
I
forage.
can eat.
You
Okay.
find me wailing on the floor. It hurt my ankle and it ran away.
Would you like to
Help
push?
me!
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
Go to hell.
Help me!
All right. As you're trying to forage, you start to feel things snag. You get caught in like this rough shrubbery, and it has all these thorns that rip at your clothing. And now you feel very, very cold as parts of your clothing are no longer functional.
I'm gonna fix it.
Okay, so you're gonna have to make a crafting roll for me.
I can fix it if you help me.
You succeed, so you will not suffer the cold condition. Who else is attempting to hunt in this dangerous land?
Conrad and I are just keeping watch as they all hurt themselves, so.
You could have helped me.
All I did was hurt my wits.
If only battle was like this, we don't have to do anything.
I
I know, right?
So you and Henrik her walking through the forest, and you find her on the ground.
There was a boar. I missed.
You're lucky. It could have gored you. I'm going to try to do my best to bind the ankle.
Okay.
You're very, very nice man.
This is not my forte.
No, it is not your forte.
Ow, ow, ow! Other way!
Henrik looks down and goes, I think Shara has to take care of this one.
I think you're right. I'll help you put you on my back so you'll take the weight off your ankle.
Oh.
And as you guys are moving through the forest, I'm going to roll for something.
You have?
Yes, I do have to. Why do you ask? What's so scary?
Everything. Fantastic.
There's no encounter. You are lucky.
Would you like a piece
So-
of bacon?
I bring you back to the healer.
Thank you.
Shara looks at you and goes, what did you do?
I missed a boar.
Badly, it seems.
Very. Don't tell my sister. It was a great battle and I won.
I think that's really hard to believe.
It doesn't matter. She will.
Let's see if I can help you.
Thank you.
She makes it feel a lot better.
Oh, you even painted my toes. Oh no, they're no longer blue. Thank you for fixing them.
Very nice.
Yeah, you really messed up. You should be able to walk on it now.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Stop hunting boars with bows. It doesn't end well.
Battle axe it is.
No, spear.
Can I try to forage again?
You will have to spend another quarter day attempting to forage.
Did anyone get anything foraging?
He got a fish.
I got nothing.
I went spearfishing. I caught one fish.
Well, gives you a little bit of food.
My
food
character's
for-
like, I got nothing. You should see her eating bacon from yesterday.
We're simply going to have to move on.
All right. So
Piece of bacon.
for the second part of this day, I will need to lead the way. We are having some difficulty with the foraging today.
Jesus.
The berries are angry.
Everything is awesome.
Oh, Kelthane, are you going to push that?
Yeah.
And you succeed. All right. So now I need scouting rolls, please, from our two scouts.
Very good.
Alright, are these all the dice I'll need?
No,
I'll get a
it's-
+2, right?
I'll take it.
No.
Okay.
And you want scouting, and you need. There you go. And then I'll do my scouting.
Adrana, your eyes are doing a great job.
Cody did not roll any successes, but he rolled
A bang.
one bang but no successes.
Okay.
I will
That's
not
okay.
push.
Adrana, you're looking around, and it's a good thing you guys left when you did, as you almost walked into an ambush.
Oh.
And Adrana, you notice it as you can see these hunched creatures with warts all over their body and huge frog-like eyes and holding sticks. The bellies puff out, and you can see one of their tongues wag. And
Gully goats.
yeah, basically, you
We're not
see a
keeping you
net
as a pet.
that was above the trees, and they're all looking down at that one spot, thinking that something will eventually walk under there.
When you're short,
Ribbit.
you always look up.
Absolutely riveting.
And side to side.
No, just mostly up.
I know you can see me like giving you death glare. Yep.
I'm proud.
All right, but you're able to move 2 more hexes during this
Yeah, we're
day.
going to skirt these froggies.
All right, and are you going towards Crespo?
That is the goal.
All right. So now someone needs to make camp,
We have to make camp.
Yep.
I'm gonna first try
unless
and
you want to
patch-
go through the evening to try and get to Crespo.
I'm gonna try and patch my tent.
I'm going to help her. I have crafting too.
Okay, so if you're patching the tent, that's what you're doing for the quarter day. So you won't be able to set up camp. Someone else will have to set up
I'll
camp.
set up camp.
Okay, so Tristero, please make a survival roll.
Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong button. Ignore that.
Tristero, you succeed in setting up a really good camp. Adrana, you're having difficulty with the crafting. Part of the issues are the tears. Awada, you're not helping.
She never does.
I try.
You're in a little bit of pain. And
I
that-
take the bandage off my ankle.
so that pain actually drives you to fix her clothing.
I can't take it anymore. It needs to
It
be
was your
like.
tent,
Oh, look, I
correct?
fixed it.
Your tent that was being fixed?
Yes.
Yes, so your tent is now fully repaired.
Here.
Night
Thank you.
is
You're
going
welcome.
past. I am going to have a scouting roll from whoever is taking the third watch.
That would be me.
I could take the watch. I can see in the night.
I'm kind
Good
of good
choice.
with the roll.
I shall. Scouting roll, you said?
Yes. So we'll have the two scouts roll again.
One bane, one success.
Cool.
Okay.
Would you like my help?
Push that. So
Yeah, maybe push. Nothing. Absolutely
Nothing.
nothing.
Give me a second.
And 1% of that.
So, Cody,
Oh, good.
Conrad sees something move in the bushes.
Sword up immediately.
Your heart begins to race.
What is it? What do you see?
And then suddenly,
The birds attack.
the bush begins to catch fire. You can feel the intense heat, and then you hear the howls of wolves, the cackling of goblins.
Oh.
I need you to make an insight roll.
Okay.
Do
Can I help him because I'm a
I
goblin?
don't
Do I
know.
understand what's happening?
Are they family?
He is the only one who is witnessing this at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Woo, 3 dice. Living large and in charge.
2 successes.
Okay.
No banes.
You do not suffer horror trauma.
Okay.
Now, I would like you to try and make a lore roll.
Oh, good. It's worse.
Same exact thing.
Oh, all right. That's better than I
3
guess.
dice. He's going the distance.
He's going the distance.
He's all alone.
No
Yep.
successes, no bans.
Push.
Okay.
Okay.
Be my
Time of
friends.
need.
Be my friends.
1 success, no banes.
All right.
All right. Sometimes, in the old legend, really old, the druids said that their gods would present themselves in the form of a burning bush or trees that would burn. Sometimes the nature gods, when they are angry, would present themselves in the form of a fiery snake or elk. This bush just burns in front of your eyes. No one else can see it. And then you see a face appear. It is someone from Hillfast. You recognize them. The elder. An old man, hunched back, white eyes. It speaks to you. Otto.
Conrad collapses
Whoa.
and just starts yelling, "I'm sorry" at the bush.
What are you talking? You're gonna give away where we are.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't know.
And when you blink, the burning bush is no longer there.
What the heck?
Conrad stands abruptly and just marches into the woods.
Conrad!
What?
Conrad, where are you? Conrad!
I
hey!
follow.
I follow him as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up somebody else to keep watch.
Yeah, Calpane sleep.
I'm watching! What?
You keep watch. Wake him up to keep watch with you. I'm leaving.
Wake up! You need to watch!
Anyone?
Zark the dwarf wakes up and goes, "What is going on?"
We're watching!
Shh.
We're trying to sleep. What's going on?
You can't sleep and watch at the same time. So it's
Why do I need? It's not my watch.
It is now. Okay,
Why?
because I have to watch her.
Conrad is on watch.
No, Conrad was what
Birds?
left.
I
Where-
like birds.
Where's Caldwin?
Caldwin left.
What?
My sister left.
You can see.
No, I'm leaving.
I followed him into the woods because he has no idea where he's going.
I have to
He's,
watch her.
for all intents and purposes, blind.
Bring them back. I'll stay here.
See,
Yeah, that's
you watch.
I will watch.
She skips off into the dark and you hear
No,
stumbling.
You stay behind.
I am behind you.
No, you.
This is the best sleep I've ever had.
I've already left, so I don't know where she's stumbling off to, but I'm gone. Like, I'm following him.
Okay, so
I don't know where she's going. I've already left.
you're stumbling off into the night.
I'm trying to follow.
So
Conrad.
I will say I'm not going far.
Okay.
I like it's one of those things where he's just kind of wandering into the first place he thinks he won't be seen to have just like a tiny little episode.
I'm going to see if the moon is blocked by clouds. On a 3 to 6, it's not. On a 1 to 3, it is. On a 1 to 3, I'm going to require a roll. On a 3 to 6, I'm going to say the moon gives just enough light for you to navigate just away from the
Okay.
You are lucky. The moon's light shines through, and you can navigate without scouting rolls to where you need to go.
Okay. Anyone who follows him finds Conrad just kind of on his knees in like a mild little clearing, just crying, very upset.
Caldwin kneels down next to Conrad.
He hugs you.
I hug him, give him an embrace back.
I didn't. They're dead and it's my fault.
Easy.
They're dead and it's my fault. I can't undo what I've done.
No one can undo the past, my friend.
And he just.
That's not the choice we get to make. We can do better in the here and now. And here and now, there are people who need you. I need you. The sisters need you.
Conrad Chris cries in your shirt.
I'm just gonna braid his hair into like little flowers.
I'm going to make him a rag doll to hug.
You're watching the cap. You're not here.
No, I followed you.
I didn't know I'd like the braids so much. I feel beautiful.
Well, you look beautiful.
You're gorgeous.
He hugs Adronawano.
You're mostly hugging the bag, but I appreciate it.
It's a nice bag.
It's very nice.
It likes you.
If you're really, really, really sad, you might be able to maybe take something out of it if you really need it. But I hope you don't.
I think I'm okay.
Okay, good.
Just so much snot.
I'm so
I,
proud of you. You tried.
Caldwin pats Conrad on the back, and says, "To look too far into the past is sadness. To look too far into the future is fear. Live with us here and now."
And you'll be sad and afraid,
And
but
you'll
at
be
least
sad
you'll be
and
together.
afraid.
Which is better?
But you'll also be cold.
Conrad, especially with his best friend's help, gets in Adronawano. Adronawano is his best friend.
What did he mean by that?
I don't know, he gets himself together and says thank you and says, I'll explain later. Not now, please.
Of course.
And with that, Sage, can I take a 2-minute pee break?
Yes,
Cool.
we can take a couple minute break. I think there's been a lot that's happening, a lot of travel. So we'll take a break here and come back to it in just a bit.
We commit sin without any known consequence.